Also breaking this noon, Defense Secretary Mark Esper taking a stand against President Trump, saying that he opposes sending active duty troops into American city streets to calm down the protests sweeping the country, known as the Insurrection Act that President Trump threatened to use if local governments fail to stop the unrest. And now, in the wake of George Floyd's untimely death at the hands of a white police officer in Minneapolis, Minnesota, calls for change are dominating the national conversation. Calls to end racial profiling and injustice and police brutality. And now CEOs of 9 of Detroit's largest corporations are speaking out. Rod Maloney was there. And Rod, talk about these protests bringing about change here in Detroit. This is definitely a sign of that. Talk about the commitments that they talked about to combat systemic injustice.
Well, they have a 4-point plan. We'll talk about that in a second, but I want to show you the picture inside the auditorium at Detroit City Council just about an hour ago as 9 CEOs from General Motors, Ford, Fiat Chrysler, Quicken, Henry Ford Health, Illich Holdings, Blue Cross Blue Shield, DTE Energy, and TCF Corporation, the bank, where all of their CEOs gathered in one spot. And the Reverend Wendell Anthony, head of the NAACP here in Detroit, said that this is a remarkable moment. It's a moment to be remembered, where CEOs, white CEOs, many of them white, some are black, are going out and talking about this particular issue to their community. Now, here is the 4-point plan that we were discussing. They want to reject and work to eliminate all forms of bias, hold offenders accountable in police shootings in particular, independent prosecutors to go in those cases so that there isn't any kind of internal bias that protects the people who perhaps should not be, and then invest in programs and policies to transform existing disparities in whatever system they encounter. So let's hear from a number of the CEOs, Bill Ford, Mary Barra, and then we'll hear from the mayor.
And while there might not be a precise roadmap for how it will happen, that's not an excuse to not work on it and to not try. So inclusion will be our North Star.
There are no easy answers, and we aren't interested in superficial actions. This is our moment to lead and work together to effect real lasting change.
The conditions of systemic racism in law enforcement will change when everybody joins the cause. And I hope we see the corporate leaders from the rest of America join them soon.
Now, the question becomes, what concrete things will they be doing to try and make these kinds of changes? And Mary Barra already committed to making a board within General Motors and its leadership to try and address this issue. And a number of other the CEOs said that they are looking at similar things as well. But the Reverend Wendell Anthony said that just the picture of those CEOs there together is historic for this city, and he believes that it is a very good first step and that they can indeed move forward. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.